midday update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Muscat Municipality creates a walkway in Washer. Muscat Municipality explains why it destroyed agricultural crops at a market. United Nations praises Oman's efforts in truce declared in Yemen. Trump suggests he may run in next US presidential election. Food prices surged to unbearable levels in Sri Lanka. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison calls for national election on May 21st. Bayern edged resilient Augsburg to restore 9-point lead in Bundesliga. Defensa thrashed Talleres 5-1 in Argentine League. Those were the headlines. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the COVID-19 updates for the day and the local stories. Stay tuned.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. In the energy sector, Nebula AI applications can play a leading role in exploring new resources, reducing costs, maintaining safe conditions for workers and communities, and ensuring reliable delivery to customers. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back now for the COVID-19 updates for the day. One new COVID-19 related death has been registered in the Sultanate in the past 3 days. The total number of deaths now stand at 4,254. Meanwhile, 83 new cases of coronavirus were registered in the past 3 days, which brings the total number of positive COVID-19 cases in the country to 388,686. And now for the local stories. Muscat Municipality is currently constructing Hay Al-Baida walkway in Jal area in the Vilayat of Bosher, which is one of the community projects aimed at exploiting local spaces and providing quality facilities that enhance the well-being of individuals. The project will construct a sport walkway that is 2,200 meters long and 4 meters wide, adjacent to a cycleway also with a total length of 2,200 meters and 2.5 meters wide. The project will also pave internal streets and create more parking lots along the walkway. The walkway enhances the current transportation system in the neighborhood, promoting people to walk, use bicycles or scooters more. It will also provide individuals an opportunity to increase their distance walked every day to get rid of sedentary lifestyle and get moving, and to allow them to have more exposure to the nature around and to socialize with others. Muscat Municipality has issued an explanation for the destruction of some agricultural crops at the Mawali Central Fruits and Vegetables Market. We would like to clarify that the destroyed crops at the Central Fruits and Vegetable Market turned out to be unfit for human consumption by showing signs of spoilage. The procedure comes in implementation of health requirements and in the interest of health and safety of the consumer, Muscat Municipality said in a statement. United Nations has praised the efforts made by the Sultanate of Oman in the truce declared in Yemen. The United Nations describes the efforts made by the Sultanate of Oman in the truce declared in Yemen as tangible and appreciated, during the meeting that brought together His Excellency David Grizzly, the United Nations Coordinator for Humanitarian Affairs in Yemen, with His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Mohammed bin Awad Al Hassan, the Sultan of Oman's permanent representative to the United Nations, at the headquarters of the Sultan's delegation in New York, Oman News Agency said in a statement. The UN's Coordinator for Humanitarian Affairs in Yemen said that the truce renewed hopes for the possibility of finding a peaceful solution to the Yemeni crisis in a way that restores security and stability. With that, we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the international and sports stories. Stay tuned.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. In the energy sector, Nebula AI applications can play a leading role in exploring new resources, reducing costs, maintaining safe conditions for workers and communities, and ensuring reliable delivery to customers. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. Former US President Donald Trump said he might run for president again, although there have not been any official announcements in that regard yet. The truth is, I ran twice, I won twice, I did much better the second time than I did the first, and now we may have to do it again. Is there anybody here who would like to see me run again? Trump asked his supporters at the Saturday rally in North Carolina. Trump accused the administration of US President Joe Biden of one disgraceful surrender after another and reiterated that Russia would not have launched its special military operation in Ukraine under his administration. Trump also pointed out that the US has the strongest nuclear capabilities. At the end of March, Trump told sources that if he were still president, he would threaten Russia with nuclear submarines. Poll data from earlier this month showed that Trump was ahead of both Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris in hypothetical presidential campaign matchups for 2024. Amid the unprecedented economic crisis in Sri Lanka, the price of rice has risen to unbearable levels in the island nation. The consumers in the island nation said that rice prices have risen to unbearable levels. The minimum price of a kilo of rice in the general market has now exceeded 200 to 240 rupees. The government has been forced to restrict the import of several essential commodities, including food items, which has pushed the price of essentials such as milk powder and rice much higher. Although the Ministry of Trade has stated that rice is being sold at concessionary prices by wholesale network Lanka Satos outlets, it was learned from several CWE outlets that imported rice was not meeting the demand. It further reported that Satosa outlets in many parts of the country are in short supply of essential consumer items including rice, dried chilies and other items. Consumers demanded the government should take steps to reduce prices by importing rice or setting a controlled price. The national election in Australia will be held on May 21st, media reports said, citing Prime Minister's office on Sunday. The PM's office has confirmed Australians will go to the polls next month to decide whether the coalition retains between Scott Morrison as Prime Minister or whether to put a new Labour government led by Anthony Albanese in office. Meanwhile, Labour leader Anthony Albanese has been rubbing shoulders with voters at the Royal Easter Show in Sydney, it added. Anthony Albanese and Labour have a plan for a better future. Anthony Albanese is a proven leader with a record of delivering on his promises and a plan to shape our future. So nobody is held back and no one is left behind, the Australian Labour Party tweeted. And now for the sports stories. Robert Lewandowski's late penalty helped Bayern Munich secure a hard-earned 1-0 victory over courageous Augsburg in the Southern Derby at the 29th round on Saturday. The German record champions dominating position from the kick-off without doing much damage. Julian Nagelsmann's men started brightly into the second half and almost broke the deadlock with 47 minutes gone, but flying Gikiewicz tipped Lewandowski's dangerous header around the post. Bayern were able to turn the dominance into a tangible reward in the closing stages, though as Reece Oxford handled the ball inside the box to cause a penalty. Lewandowski made no mistake and sent fellow countryman Gikiewicz into the wrong corner before drilling the ball into the top right corner. The front-runners missed the chance on a higher win as Coman and Kimmich squandered promising chance in the dying minutes of the game. Hugo Fernandez scored 2 second-half goals as Defensa y Justicia cruised to a 5-1 victory at Talleres de Cordoba in Argentina's Primera Division on Saturday. Carlos Rotondi opened the scoring with a 4th-minute strike and Fernandez doubled the lead on the stroke of halftime with a left-footed finish after Walter Bo's pass. The visitors continued to dominate after the interval and Miguel Merenchel made it 3-0 with a low finish in the 51st minute. Fernandez continued the rout with cool finish just after the hour mark before Gabriel Alanis slotted home Defensa's 5th goal following a Kevin Gutierrez set piece. Talleres earned a consolation goal when Michael Santos found the bottom right corner after combining with Matthias Godoy. Those were all the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard